Hey everyone, just wanted to talk a little bit about when we're at the campsite, settled in for the night or getting ready to settle in for the night, or maybe in a parking lot overnight. We don't really stealth camp, or we haven't yet. We may, but if we were going to stealth camp, what would we do, or what do we do for privacy? We actually use Reflectix. This is a very well-known product among the minivan camping community. This is actually the entire bunch that we use. We keep it corded together, stored in our back storage, so it's out of sight, out of mind when we're ready to button it down for the night. And if we need privacy because we have a neighbor or someone we don't want to see inside the van, we pop this in the windows. And this is all the windows we use it on, with the exception of the front window. The front window is really large, and I've not yet toyed with Reflectix on that, and may not, because what we find works for this. I think this is a $20 Costco, or maybe a little bit more than that, or maybe $10, actually a little less. Yeah, my wife's giving me the signal, lower. She's good at finding deals. So $10 UV protectant type front windshield cover here. So it's just one of the ones that folds into a circle. It straps together. I'm not going to pull it apart because it'll fill the whole filming area, but we use this in the front window and it works well. Wanted to talk to you a little bit about privacy window covers in a product called Plastidip. A lot of people are actually using this. We learned of this online, multiple sources, YouTube, on the Facebook groups. It's everywhere. This product, if you have not heard of it, is called Reflectix. It's a very lightweight material, almost feels like a real solid type of a tin foil. And what you do is you just you cut it out so it fits in your windows, and you actually push it in from the inside, and compression holds it in place. You don't need to mount it. It stays in place on its own. It's that light, and the compression will actually hold it in as long as you do a pretty decent job trimming the template. What we did is we used newspaper and taped the newspaper on the inside of our windows, went around and cut a template, and then we used that template to actually cut the actual piece of Reflectix. This product will reflect sunlight and also could possibly reduce temperatures inside your vehicle by reflecting that sunlight. So there could be some benefit to that as well if you're trying to keep the vehicle a little cooler during the day. Another cool trick we learned online was when you want to have privacy in a dark parking lot, something like where we are now, you'll see when I put this in the window, this actually is very obvious that there's probably someone in the vehicle. This stands out, and we'll demonstrate that in just a moment. I'm also going to demonstrate the alternative, which is taking a product called Plastidip, which comes in a can. It's a spray paint type can, and it's called Plastidip. You can get it at Home Depot, Lowe's, various hardware stores. It is a rubberized coating that you spray on just like you would spray paint. You spray it right onto this. This color is black. We've had these for quite some time now and have not experienced any flaking, any cracking, any peeling at all. It's very pliable, very durable. It's not coming off. So it puts a coat of black on this to actually help you conceal the vehicle a little bit better, and it actually kind of looks like a tinted window. So we'll do a demonstration of this. You'll see this goes in very easily, very light. This template's actually a little large, but it's okay because it presses in extremely easily. And I probably spend a little too much time on it, but you can see it would be black inside right now, which doesn't look bad at all. But when you close the door, you actually will not see any light from the vehicle. But when it's dark like this, you can see it's very, very obvious there's something in these windows. It's very reflective. So let me show you the other side of the Reflectix facing out. So now I've pressed into place the dark side facing out. The Plastidip side is now facing out. Let's close the door and take a look at this. And as you can see, it's definitely less obvious. In fact, when you're from a distance, you really can't see much at all. If you do walk up close to the vehicle, you can tell something's in the window, but from a distance, it's not that noticeable. One thing I do want to point out, these are interchangeable, and what I mean by that is the passenger side and the driver's side actually are interchangeable. So if you wanted the silver side facing out, you'd have this in the driver's side door. If you want to black out the windows, this would go over into the passenger side, and the passenger side would come over to the driver's side. So they're interchangeable, and I wanted to point that out. So on a Honda Odyssey, at least this year, which is a 2006, and many years I believe, the sliding doors actually have the same size windows, so you can interchange those as well, which we do. But however, the very rear windows are different templates, so you can't interchange those. I just wanted to point that out. And the back window is a single window. Another point I wanted to make with the Honda Odyssey 2006 is the front windows do not have much of a factory tint to them at all, if any. However, the sliding door and the rear window have a decent tint, and you can see, I wanted to show you the difference between the different sides of the Reflectix that's facing out. This is a side with Plastidip on it, and from a distance, if you back up a little bit, you can actually see it's very dark. You can't tell anything's in this window at all. It's very dark. No light comes through, regardless of the side you have shining out. This has the same tint as the sliding door, but this is the silver side facing out. So you can see it's a little more obvious, but however, with that window tint, it's still pretty disguised. I have some more painting to do with the Reflectix, and that's a project of mine I haven't done yet. We'll have all of we'll be able to black out every window before we're done. But this is what we wanted to show you this evening. We're going to actually link to Reflectix. We're going to link to Plastidip in the description. If you think this could be helpful to anyone, please share, like, and subscribe. As always, thanks for watching.